Awesome. And that goes into my another question I had, which was, what advice would you have for new authors and trying to create a world like this?
Yeah. So I mean, some authors, they have many books that are completely unrelated. Some authors have one book in them, and that's the one they're supposed to get out. You know, some are fiction, some are nonfiction. I say if you feel like there's a book inside of you, just write it. You know, get that first draft out and let it sit for a little while, and then come back and go through it again. Don't take that first draft and try to send it out to get it published or something like that. And honestly, in today's world, you know, you can make a lot of money being a published author through a publisher who already has several books out there that are super famous. You can do that. Or you're more concerned about just, I want people to read my book. You know what I mean? I don't really care. I have a book to write and I need to get it written. I'm not in it for the money. So usually if you're going to be an author, try not to be in it for the money, because you don't want to be disappointed about that. And, you know, get it written, step away from it, then go back and revisit it. And, you know, you'll find that you're going to pull more out of it that second time through, and maybe even a third time through if necessary. But at some point in time, put that book out. There's super awesome avenues of getting it done. Amazon, it's so easy to publish a book on Amazon. It's insane. Keep in mind that bookstores and you know, print on demand, and there's bookstores. Print on demand is kind of hurting the bookstores. So if you're someone who's involved in print on demand, like I am, then try to make appearances at bookstores and take your books to the bookstores. You know, get extra copies made and take them and try to put them inside of a bookstore as well. And there's a lot of small booksellers, so not maybe the Barnes and Nobles of the world. Although Barnes and Noble is really good about helping you and doing book signings and things like that. They're very, very, very friendly and very good with that. But there's a lot of small bookstores, mom and pop bookstores, half price bookstore is one. You know, talk to those people and meet with them and go in, and they're more than willing to bring you in and do some good stuff. The other thing that I would say to people is you really
also try to get them in libraries.
Yeah. Definitely. Yeah. Very, very good. Get them in libraries and things like that. But the one thing I would say is don't be discouraged if you don't get a lot of reviews. Okay. Mm-hmm. Because if you go out and do the math, okay, and you go look at someone who's written a super famous book, well, let's just say they sold 1 million copies, but they're only going to have like 20,000 reviews on Amazon or any given place. You know, they might have some more, but it's still not going to be 1 million reviews. Yeah. You know, so not every person that reads your books is going to review it. Don't take that to heart. And, you know, any review is good, whether it's a bad review or a good review, because you take a bad review and you learn from it and you keep going. Yeah. You know, so when I go and I look and I think, well, gosh, you know, this particular book only has 15 reviews. Well, I mean, I've only sold, you know, so many. So if you do the math again, you're on the same percentage as everyone else. Yeah. You know, so don't worry too much about it. Don't let things get you down, and keep it moving. And don't be afraid to rewrite your book once you've released it. So you know, at some point in time, I decided, wow, I kind of like having pictures in my book as well. Yeah. We do a lot of artwork, and I thought, you know, why not have the artwork in the book as well? So, you know, I'll at some point we'll be going back to book 1 and adding additional artwork into that as well. Yeah. You know, so you don't think it's the end just because you push the release button. Go do your thing.